So we got a huge announcement today. The Walking Dead Origins is coming exclusively to AMC Plus beginning on Thursday, July 15th. So I definitely will be talking about it. Then I'll do my reviews, I guess, every Thursday. So July 15th, I'll do my first review, which will be Daryl's story, and I'll continue on. We'll get into all the details here. This Walking Dead Origins episode series is going to be 4 episodes and will focus on each character that's listed here, talk about their journeys thus far, and then we have interviews and narrations and stuff from the actors on all these clips and stuff. And there's some big moments throughout the series, since season 1, season 4 or 5, everything throughout that they're going to talk about. And it's going to build up to this point. And also at the end of all these episodes, there will be an exclusive sneak peek for the final season. So we're going to get our first look at the final season for sure on July 15th. But what I think this means is that trailer is most likely going to be coming out a lot sooner than we're thinking, just because, yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. But if you are new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want all my Walking Dead content like this. I will be reviewing all those stories. There's Daryl's story, Maggie's story, Negan's story, and Carol's story. It'll build up until August 5th, and also starting with today, because today's Thursday. This was one of the reveals, I assume, because they're doing the same thing they did last year. They're doing 11 weeks of reveals to build up and hype up this final season. And so last year, there were some pretty big reveals, but it did get weaker towards the end because there wasn't a lot to reveal. I imagine it's going to be the same thing. Today was a pretty big reveal. Next week's might be pretty big, and I imagine it's going to get bigger and bigger. We'll see we'll see Daryl's story, we'll see those exclusive sneak peeks and stuff, and then I think after August 5th, once we're within like 2 to 3 weeks in August there of the premiere date, I think that's when these reveals are going to get weaker, much like they did last year. Because last year, I think by the end, they were like, here's what Rosita looks like in the season, and it was like, okay, we already kind of saw that, right? But it's going to be fun until then, right? It's going to be fun until we're like 2-3 weeks up until the finale, and even then it's going to be fun because we're going right into the final season, not finale. So if you want all my content and all of that, make sure to be a subscriber. And also my podcast, the Forest Day podcast, the link for it is down below. We will be reviewing every episode of The Walking Dead final season. We're also going to talk about The Walking Dead Origins in every episode as well. Each episode will be posted on Sunday. They'll be about an hour or 2 hour long talking about the episode. And yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun to do. Honestly, I think it's going to be so much fun to do. So if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, the links are down below. We do have a channel here on YouTube, and we also are on Spotify, and we're looking to be on Apple Podcasts and stuff like that, but you might want to just go follow all that. Follow me on social media, on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated. Anyways, I'll stop boring you guys with all that. Let's talk about this. So AMC Networks has announced that The Walking Dead Origins it's a 4-episode series basically, and it's going to focus on 4 main characters: Daryl, Maggie, Negan, and Carol, and their journey thus far, and I guess what's going to happen going into the final season. I actually have a very similar thing planned, but obviously not in the same way. I'm planning to start that tomorrow. I want to focus on, it's going to be more than 4. It's going to be on like characters like Rosita, Eugene, Father Gabriel, Ezekiel, and like Maggie, Daryl, all of them. It's going to focus on all the main characters of our cast and my predictions for the final season. I'm actually going to be titling it, how does like this character story end, The Walking Dead final season or something. Like that's how I'm planning to title that. So tomorrow I think I'm going to do Rosita. I think that's kind of where I feel like I want to start, is it's going to be how does Rosita's story end, The Walking Dead final season or whatever, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to break down and go into the characters, the stories thus far, and how it may end in this season. Like, are these characters going to die? Because this is the final season, so saying straight out, oh, Rosita's going to die, Father Gabriel's going to die, Daryl's not going to die, it's already confirmed, we got the spin-off, but saying, like, Negan is going to die, you know, like, those are, I don't think he's going to die, but those are legit things that you can say because it's the final season. Like, these are actually things that you can say. If someone made a prediction, oh, I think he's going to die in the final season, I'm not going to laugh because, like, it's the final season. That's where these things can happen. Now, what I do find really interesting, though, is that at the end of each episode, at the end of each Walking Dead Origins episode, they will be releasing an exclusive sneak peek from the final season, and I think that's actually going to be really amazing. It's like this big countdown, this big event that we're starting right now. This big event that is going to lead right until to the premiere of the final season. And first of all, I don't know if I said the release date, but The Walking Dead Origins is starting July 15th. So that's basically a month from now, a little over a month, about a month from now. It's 4 weeks from now. So I'll definitely be doing my reviews then. I'll do them every single Thursday because I do have AMC Plus. So I will be doing that. And also, what I think this could mean is that the trailer is actually going to be coming out a lot sooner, because Comic-Con is at the end of July. I think it's July 23rd to 26th, or it's like 26th to 29th. It's like around there. It's at the end of July. I'm assuming The Walking Dead is going to be a part of it. Obviously, they usually are every year. It's a Comic-Con at home thing again. They're doing that just to stay it safe this year. I know a lot of places are going back to normal, but just for this year, just to be a little extra cautious, they're just going to do that. Next year, obviously, they're going to have everyone back in the building. They are doing actually a special edition event or whatever at the end of the year. I'm sure everyone's going to be packed in that building then. But on July 15th, this is what they're planning to do. They're going to start it then. And that's a week or two before Comic-Con. So if we're getting new footage, we're going to be getting 2 scenes of new footage before that trailer comes out, or before Comic-Con anyways. That tells me that I think we could get the trailer beforehand, honestly. I think there is a good possibility that that trailer is going to be coming out this Sunday. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I could be proven wrong. If you're watching this after this Sunday, July 13th, 12th, 13th, whatever the hell the date is, then I'm proven wrong. But I think it is a possibility. They're going to start to reveal things slowly. Like, more and more information is going to be coming out. It is going to be really exciting. I can already tell, like, the fan reaction right now is starting to build up a lot. Like, whenever I do Walking Dead content right now, the views go up a lot. Actually, it's been like that anyways. Like, usually my Walking Dead videos get a lot more than my Fear videos, but I can't talk about The Walking Dead that much. There's a lot of Fear content right now, so that's why I'm doing that. Plus, it's the only show that's on, right? So I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to see what they're going to do here. They're episode specials, so they're focusing on, like, Daryl, Maggie, Negan, and Carol. But I do think that what I want them to kind of pinpoint is what the character's general story has been. Because I feel like for someone like Daryl, it's very vague, right? He's kind of been everywhere. Someone like Maggie is also kind of vague. Like, where is Maggie going into the final season, right? Where is she at? Like, we do kind of get it, but, like, there was a clear path that she was on until she left, and then everything's been kind of everywhere. Same with Carol. And, well, actually, Negan it's pretty clear cut. Like, he's on this redemption storyline kind of thing. He's solved himself. He's the one character that, okay, it makes sense where he's at. Carol, Maggie, and Daryl, it's kind of everywhere right now, and I hope that they kind of, in these specials anyways, you can kind of read from it that this is Carol's general story, this is what she's doing, and this is what is likely going to pay off in the final season. We're going to see a resolution to this. Same with for Daryl and for Maggie. And I think that'd be really cool. I in this final season, I really want them to touch on, and that's what's going to be fun about doing my, like, how is this person's story going to end series, is that I want to see how certain characters' endings on the show relate to their beginnings. How is Maggie's ending on the show going to relate to the beginning when she was introduced on the farm? Are there going to be similarities there? Is there going to be these little things that she did in the final season? Like, is she going to find love again, basically? They kind of do that in the comic, right? Is that going to be what it is? Is she going to find someone else? Which is, in a sense, kind of a full circle type of moment in the beginning. That's kind of how she was introduced. She found love in Glenn. She had this whole life with him, this and that, or well, I guess barely, but she did build a life. She had a son. She built a lot for herself, and she did that. And now she's finding love again in a different place in her life. Is that going to be where they end it there? Because I feel like with that part of Maggie, that's the one thing we're all wondering. Is she going to find love again? Is she going to find someone else? I don't know. Because a lot of that, I hope they don't react. First of all, I hope that they don't write it because they're worried about how fans are going to react. Because, like, the thought for me of Maggie being with someone else other than Glenn, I won't even entertain that idea because it's too weird. I didn't like it in the comic. I don't like it. But for the character, you kind of want her to be happy. And, so I hope that they do kind of address that. I think if moments like that happen, I hope it happens naturally. And who cares what the fans think? Write it for the story. Write it for whatever makes sense for the character. I'll appreciate that a lot more, especially looking back on it in the future. It's always bad to write stuff, I think, based off of fan reaction. I don't think it ever works out. But Carol's story is going to be a little weird. Like, what do you do with Carol? Because her story has been basically being a mother, which is kind of weird because you don't really see that in her, but that is her story. Like, Henry gave her a lot of happiness, and she lost him, and then she went crazy. She lost Sophia. She's lost so many kids in her life, and that really is what she likes. And I wonder if that's kind of how her story is going to end. Like, I want to be a mom. And in the beginning, I was a mom. I protected kids in general. Like, I protected my daughter from my husband. I loved being a mom. I miss Sophia. Maybe now she'll be a mom to Lydia, right? Maybe that's how her story ends, is that, I mean, we know she's going to be in the spinoff with Daryl, but maybe on the show she decides, okay, my main objective in life is going to be I want to be a mom. I am a mom, and that's just that. I'm going to be a mom to people who need help, because she needed help at one point in her life. She found this group, and that helped her so much. Lydia, she found this group. She needs a lot of help. I'm going to help her too. I think that'd be really cool. And that's the thing too with the Daryl and Carol spinoff. They just announced them too as cast members. There's going to be other cast members. Like, they never said Lydia wouldn't be a part of it. Lydia could easily be a part of this spinoff. So anyways, this is exciting. I can't wait for next Thursday's reveal. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's most likely going to be new footage. Like, at a certain point, they're going to be announcing new footage. There's going to be some new character portraits and all that. Like, they're definitely going to start ramping all that up, because it is like 2 months from now, right? The show's coming back in 2 months. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'll leave it here. Post our thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.